Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 35th race of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series Season 1, the 9th race in the chase. Last chance for certain drivers to impress and stay in the top 4 in the chase standings in order to go at it for the championship at the season finale at Zenjoltis. But before Zenjoltis, we have the final non-points race of the season, the Demolition Derby at Bristol. But anyways, we are here for the 35th race of the season, 9th race in the chase. Hi, I'm Levi McIntyre, aka ThrashManiac99, here to welcome you to Homestead, Miami, Florida, at Homestead Miami Speedway for the running of the Ford 400. Now, typically Homestead is the home of the season finale for regular NASCAR, but here, this is the race before the season finale. Now, after this race, drivers who are 5th or 8th in the chase will be eliminated from contention, and then the top 4 in points who finish good enough and stay in the top 4 in points will be transferred over to the Zenjoltis race to go at it in a shootout for the championships. That means that race points will not matter much. It will be a battle for the championship between the top 4 drivers in points. But now we are here at Homestead to see who will be eliminated. Now, Homestead is a 1.5 mile track, but it's a straight-up oval, so it's not like your typical 1.5 mile tracks. This is a straight-up oval 1.5 mile, but it's pretty fast, pretty grippy, and we see some good racing. But now, we are going to go through the starting lineup. Starting on the pole, once again, is going to be the 48 of Austin LaPlante. Now, he is an already eliminated chase contender at the moment because he came into this race eliminated from the championship back early on, and he comes into this race 16th in the chase points. But can he get his second win of the season? We'll find out. Starting second is going to be a driver who is in contention to make the top 4, and that is Barney Taylor. He is only 6 points behind 4th place in points. And in fact, it's pretty close from the points lead all the way down to 8th place in points. It's only separated by, I believe, 41 points. So really, mathematically, anybody can still make it in the top 4 and be eliminated. Can Barney Taylor prevail and get in there? We'll find out. Starting third is going to be the driver who is tied for 3rd in points, and that is Austin Weiner. He is going to be in desperate need to try to stay in this top 10 most of the race and finish there if he wants to make it into the top 4 to battle for the championship. Starting 4th is going to be eliminated chase contender Charlie Rodriguez, who comes into this race 13th in points. We'll see what happens with Charlie Rodriguez if he can get his 4th win of the season, to add to his credentials. Starting 5th is going to be the driver who comes into this race in the 41st position in points, and that is none other than Chris Nelson. Can Chris Nelson get his first win of the season before the year's over? We'll find out. Starting 6th is going to be an eliminated chase contender who came into the race, or is coming into the race, 15th in the chase standings, Matt McIntyre. 7th is Carlos Rodriguez. 8th, Zachary Fitzwater, who's an eliminated chase contender, and 9th in points. 9th is Seth Cole. Rounding out the top 10 is Eric Burton. Then it's Cole Daly, Chris Oliver, Danny Wells, Chris Washer, Ibrahim, Trent Dunham, Henrietta Fitzwater, Noah Hart, Daniel Day, Tommy Mooney, David Rivera, Nick Smith, Kyle Matthews, Cody Lamas, the points leader, Dylan Young, Fred Schaefer, Nathan Hudson, Jessica Shelton, Joshua Michaels, Ian Siegel, Rue McIntyre, Sonny Hammond, Michael Norman, Henry Nova, Cody Hagan, Jordan Culp, Charles Jackson, Cameron Bailey, our winner from last week, Dylan Thero, Chris Michaels, and then the last row is Chris Dollarton and Ian Dutta. So that is a look at your starting lineup. We are now going to be going green here momentarily. Now this is going to be a rather interesting race for these drivers. Apologize for the freeze. But these drivers are now coming off of Ford to get ready to take the green flag here at Homestead. And they're driving down. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. And Austin LaPlante gets a good jump on the start, but that's because he was getting shoved by his teammate Austin Weiner. And now here comes Austin Weiner to the bottom to get the lead. And Austin Weiner is going to be in desperate need to try to do good in this race. And try to stay in that top four. And it looks like he will lead the first lap here at Homestead. And already we have a wreck. A big wreck. We see Cody Hagan, Sonny Hammond. Who else is back here? Trying to find who else is back here. Henry Nova got involved. Charles Jackson. Rue McIntyre's involved. I think we may have gotten away with a 4 or 5 car incident, but Austin Weiner is your leader, but they are really racy back here. They need to calm it down. And there's all that smoke, so that's going to cause some problems. Let's go back here, see if anybody else is wrecked. Can these guys slow it down good enough? It looks like they will. Oh, and a hard hit! Chris Nelson, Carlos Rodriguez, Barney Taylor, and Zachary Fitzwater all wrecked right there coming down to the caution. Oh my goodness, Barney Taylor's chase chances may be over now. And Austin Weiner, looks like these drivers are coming down pit road. Some drivers are coming down. Some guys are staying out, like Rodriguez and Matt McIntyre, but there are plenty of drivers coming down pit road, but a lot of them are staying out. This could be interesting strategy for the 5, the 48, the 29, and the 51, among others. See what's going to happen with this. Let's see what strategy the 5's going to go with. Looks like he's going with fuel only to get some extra fuel. But it looks like a lot of guys had said to stay out, but Matt McIntyre is going to be your leader. We're going to take a look at the replays to find out what brought out the caution for the first time at Homestead, as well as the incident that took place afterwards. Well, here's a look at it. They were 4 wide coming off of turn 2 with Siegel, Hammond, Hagan, and Norman. And Hagan was there as Sonny was coming down, and that's what turned him around. And then the 8, the 16, and the 77 up ahead get into another incident. Let's take a look and see how that happens. It's going to happen after the 17 comes down into the 99. Oh, Henry Nova bounces off the wall and comes down into Rue McIntyre and Charles Jackson, and that's what happened right there. Well, let's take a look at the 77 again, see. Did he bounce off of the 3? Yeah, the 3 came up a little bit into the 77, and then that forced him up into the wall and into the 8 and the 16. Dylan Thero actually got a little piece of it, but he managed to drive away. But then right there was a hit right there to the side of the car that got the blown motor to Charles Jackson. Now we need to go up ahead, try to find the 83 of Chris Nelson. and the 15 of Barney Taylor to see what happens to them. Okay, they are 3 wide, very close between Fitzwater, Taylor, and Nelson. Let's see what's going to happen. That's what's going to start the contact. This is during the caution. Oh, Nelson comes up into Taylor, and then that forced him into the wall and into Fitzwater, and then into Carlos Rodriguez. So we had 2 separate 4-car incidents take place within 2 laps. But the guy who's going to get the biggest hit out of that is the 15 of Barney Taylor, who was hoping to get into that top 4 and make it into the finale at Zen Joltis to battle for the championship. But look at this again. The 15 and the 93 were just coming up or down on each other, and then right there, he got forced up there, and he also had Zachary Fitzwater shoving him up in there, and that's what got his car mangled, and that's what's going to happen to Barney Taylor. So I believe after all that, we're probably going to have a couple cars retire, Barney Taylor and Charles Jackson. But that is a look at what happened and what brought out the caution for the first time. We will now take you to the restart. Well, updated list of cars out of the race are Barney Taylor and Charles Jackson. Let's check the 93 to make sure he's still on track. No, he's out of the race, but Sonny Hammond is a lap down, and he's coming to get into his line. But Matt McIntyre is your leader, 2nd Charlie Rodriguez, 3rd Seth Cole, 4th Eric Burton, 5th Chris Oliver. Then it's Henrietta Fitzwater, Cole Daly, David Rivera, Chris Washer, and Kyle Matthews, the top 10. Then it's Nathan Hudson, Austin Weiner, Joshua Michaels, Austin LaPlante, Fred Schaefer, Jessica Sheldon, Danny Wells, Michael Norman, Cody Lamas, and Ibrahim the top 20. Then it's Cody Hagan, Ian Dutta, Carlos Rodriguez, Chris Michaels, Dylan Young, Trent Dunham, Nick Smith, Daniel Day, Ian Siegel, Tommy Mooney, Noah Hart, Cameron Bailey, Jordan Culp, Chris Dollarton, Dylan Thero, Zachary Fitzwater, Henry Nova, and Rue McIntyre, as well as the only car left on the track but is still a lap down, and that is Sonny Hammond. But Nelson, Taylor, and Jackson are out of the race, and Barney Taylor's chase chances of winning the title are done. But here we go. Green flag is back out with 35 laps to go here at Homestead. And now here comes Charlie Rodriguez to the inside of Matt McIntyre for the lead. Meanwhile, Eric Burden's going to go underneath Seth Cole for the 3rd spot, and it's 3 wide for 2nd. Charlie Rodriguez is going to have the lead for the time being, and he's got it. He leads that lap, but meanwhile, it's 3 wide for 2nd. It looks like Eric Burden might get the shot. Whoa, they almost got into each other, and they almost went 4 wide, almost even 5 wide. But they keep it together. But Charlie Rodriguez has the lead for the moment. Let's take a look and see where contending chasers are running at the moment. The highest one is Cole Daly, but he is hoping to get a good finish and hope that drivers ahead of him in points finish bad. He's running in 6th at the moment. Then the next highest contending chaser is Austin Weiner in 11th. Then Jessica Sheldon in 14th. Cody Lamas in the 15th spot. And then the next highest contending chaser at the moment is Michael Norman in 27th. Then Noah Hart in 36th. Or 30th. Let's see, 34th. Then Daniel Day 35th. But meanwhile, Charlie Rodriguez still leads away. But meanwhile, we've been clean and green ever since the green flag has been waved after the first caution, which is good. Let's look back here. There you see Zachary Fitzwater. He is not up to speed. Same with Sonny Hammond, but everybody else is up to speed. We're checking back here to see if any incidents are taking place, which looks like everything's fine. Let's see where Weiner's running. He's running in 12th, 3 wide with LaPlante. Oh, Weiner almost got shoved up against the wall by Austin LaPlante, but he manages to keep it off. That was a good piece of driving by the 5 car. That would have been disaster written all over it. Meanwhile, here comes Seth Cole to challenge Charlie Rodriguez for the lead here. Meanwhile, oh man, they are 4 wide almost. And they sell it back to 2 wide. And it's 29 laps to go here at Homestead, so we're not really halfway through just yet. But Charlie Rodriguez continues to lead. But meanwhile, Seth Cole's teammate Eric Burden's trying to get underneath the 47 for the lead, but Cole actually pulled ahead, and now he's right on the back bumper of the 18. Can he get to the bottom quick enough to get the lead? Let's see if he can get a run off of 2. He doesn't quite get to the bottom just yet. Let's see if he can get a run on him here in this corner, but now Eric Burden's trying to make his presence felt. And now Seth Cole, he's going to get the bottom, but he ain't going to lead this lap just yet. But let's see if he can get around him off of 2. But also here comes Eric Burden to make it a 3 wide battle for the lead. Oh, and Chris Oliver's up here. That was almost 4 wide. Almost 4 wide for the lead. But meanwhile, Eric Burden trying to get underneath his teammate Seth Cole for second. And Matt McIntyre, David Rivera have entered into this battle. Checking back here to see where everybody is, and it looks like everything's fine, but Austin Weiner runs in the 17th spot. Then there's Cody Lamas. Shelton's up there, Dowley. And we are still green, and it is 25 laps to go here at Homestead. Meanwhile, battle for second between teammates, between Seth Cole and Eric Burden. Who will prevail? And Burden's got the preferred line, that inside line, to try to get around Cole. Meanwhile, battle for 4th between 3 cars, Chris Oliver, Matt McIntyre, and David Rivera. But let's take a look and see where the contending chasers are running at the moment. The highest contending chaser is Cole Dowley in 7th. Then it's Jessica Sheldon in 11th. 12th, Cody Lamas. Then 17th of Austin Weiner. And then it would be Michael Norman in 32nd. Daniel Day 36th. Noah Hart 37th. But meanwhile, Charlie Rodriguez leads, and look at this. The battle for second has picked up, but almost 4 wide. I don't know how these guys are able to keep racing like this without wrecking. But meanwhile, more cars are entering up here, such as Dowley and Fitzwater, Henrietta Fitzwater, that is. But meanwhile, Charlie Rodriguez continues to lead away, and it is 22 laps to go, so we're almost halfway through. Meanwhile, it's getting pretty racy back here with Carlos Rodriguez and company. Checking back here to see what's going on. Sonny Hammond coming down to this finish line, entering turn 3, and Charlie Rodriguez is just now crossing the start-finish line. And it's 21 to go, so we are at the halfway point here at Homestead. Now, we'll see if we go green the rest of the way, if they're going to encounter any lap traffic. But also, these guys will have to come down pit road. And as I say that, here they come. But they overdrive it. Is this going to cause issues for drivers trying to get on pit road? That's the question. See, everybody comes through pretty decent. And it looks like they will come down pit road alright. But let's see who stayed out. Seth Cole stayed out, as well as LaPlante, Wells, Weiner, and Rodriguez. Now, these were guys who pitted earlier, but LaPlante and Seth are coming down, but Danny Wells leads. And now here comes Weiner and everybody else, but Danny Wells is going to stay up front to lead a lap. And he's an eliminated chase contender, but he would love to get a second win so he can get himself more motivation for Season 2. And now here he comes to pit road. Going through the grass, and now here he comes into pit road. But let's see who is going to be the leader, because let's see where the 18 of Rodriguez is. I thought I saw some debris come off of a car, so I thought there would have been a wreck, but everybody else is coming out of pit road. Oh, we do have a wreck. Jordan Culp, Nick Smith, Chris Dollarton. Does anybody hit Smith? No, there's drivers stuck, such as Noah Hart. But I think Smith will continue because he doesn't have bad damage. Oh, Henry Nova saved it after he almost wrecked Michael Norman. But is the caution out? Is the question? No, we are still green. Who is the leader? Right now they're scoring Danny Wells as the leader. But where is Charlie Rodriguez in the 18 car? We're looking back here to find the 18 car. There he is. I guess he must have had a slower stop, so I think Seth Cole is your leader. Seth Cole is the leader with Danny Wells right behind him. So run through after that cycle of pit stops. Seth Cole's the leader. Second, Danny Wells. Third, Jessica Sheldon. Fourth, Austin LaPlante. Fifth, Joshua Michaels. Sixth, Cody Lamas. Seventh is David Rivera. Eighth, Henrietta Fitzwater. Ninth, Austin Weiner. Then Cole Daly, Matt McIntyre, Kyle Matthews, Chris Oliver, Cody Hagan, and a bunch of others. But it is Seth Cole the leader, and he wants to get his first win of his career, so that way he can have more motivation heading into Season 2. And wow, almost a wreck up here between Jessica Sheldon and Danny Wells. Nick Smith still on pit road, but he has not put his car over the wall. Ian Dutta's actually caught a lap down. Sonny Hammond's 2 laps down. Nick Smith's still on pit road. And it's 15 to go, approaching 14 to go. But let's take a look and see where contending chasers are running. Jessica Sheldon's the highest one in second. Then it is Cody Lamas 6th. Then Austin Weiner in 8th. Cole Daly 9th. And then it would be Michael Norman right here in 24th. And then Daniel Day in 29th. Noah Hart running 34th. This is not the kind of run he needs. But Seth Cole still leads. But now Jessica Sheldon is going to go to the bottom to try to get the lead from Seth Cole. And Danny Wells is entered into this battle as well. And Danny Wells is actually going to give a little push, a little draft to Jessica Sheldon. But now it's 3 wide for the lead, but they may encounter the 9 of Zachary Fitzwater. So this could stir up some problems for some drivers up here. Let's see what's going to happen with this. And Joshua Michaels and Cody Lamas, Austin LaPlante is up here into this battle for the lead as well. But they are coming fast on the 9 of Zachary Fitzwater. What's going to happen now? Which line is he going to hold up? The high or the low line? It looks like it will be the high line, so Seth Cole might be in trouble. And now Zachary Fitzwater is going to just run stagnated. I think Zachary Fitzwater may be up to speed a little bit, but still he can cause problems. And now Seth Cole's getting held up. Jessica Shelton goes to the lead. And she will lead the lap. And Danny Wells going in behind her. Meanwhile, here comes Austin LaPlante. 3 wide again for the lead between LaPlante, Wells, and Shelton. 3 veterans of NR 2003. And Seth Cole, another veteran as well. Same for Cody Lamas. And we are seeing some great racing up here, but for the lead here, who's going to get the lead coming off of 4? And the caution flag is out, and it looks like Danny Wells, but who's wrecked? I don't see anybody spun. But looks like the wreck happened on the front stretch, but I don't see any cars wrecked. But Noah Hart is back here. Maybe he was what the caution came out for. Because I don't see anybody else with damage. But your leader is going to be Austin LaPlante. I believe. No, it is Danny Wells. He's just coming up to get his spot. But we are winding down, and when they come down to the stripe here, it will be 8 laps to go. But we will now take a look at a replay as to what brought out the caution for the second time today here at Homestead. Well, here's a look at it. It looks like it's going to be another 4-wide situation. And it was Dylan Young, Henry Nova, Carlos Rodriguez, Dylan Thero. And Carlos Rodriguez comes up into Henry Nova and then down into Dylan Thero, but Dylan Thero doesn't let him by, and the 30 is going to spin, hit the inside wall on the right side of his car, but I believe he managed to drive away. And I don't think anybody else is going to get into any problems, but that was a look at what happened. Now, we need to take a look at what happened with Nick Smith, Chris Dollarton, and others coming out of pit road during the last green flag stops. Well, here's a look at it. They were just all together, and Jordan Culp was like the meat in the sandwich between Dollarton and Smith, and they all just spin out coming out of pit road, and then Jordan Culp's just literally shoving Nick Smith, and because of that shoving, that forced the 20 to go upside down, and then everybody else who was coming out of pit road behind this got stuck because of the 20 being in the way. So Noah Hart, Rue McIntyre, and Cameron Bailey all suffered tough breaks, but Nick Smith was able to continue. But that was a look at the caution as well as the incident that happened after pit stops. We will now take you to the restart. Well, updated list of drivers out of the race. Nobody else is out. However, Nick Smith is 6 laps down after the flip he took, but he's still continuing. But when we go green, it will be 5 laps to go here at Homestead. Danny Wells is your leader. 2nd, Austin LaPlante. 3rd, Seth Cole. 4th is chase contender Cody Lamas. 5th, chase contender Jessica Shelton. 6th is Joshua Michaels. 7th, David Rivera. 8th, Henrietta Fitzwater. 9th, Cole Daly, chase contender. Rounding out the top 10 is Kyle Matthews. Then Zachary Fitzwater, who's a lap down, but 11th is Chris Oliver. 12th, Austin Weiner, chase contender. 13th is Cody Hagan. 14th, Chris Washer. Then it's Ian Siegel, Matt McIntyre, Fred Schaefer, Ian Dutta, Eric Burton, Dylan Young, Ibrahim, the top 20. Then it's Henry Nova, Tommy Mooney, Nathan Hudson, chase contender Michael Norman, Chris Michaels, Dylan Thero, chase contender Daniel Day, Trent Dunham, Nick Smith, Chris Dollarton, Jordan Culp, Sonny Hammond, Charlie Rodriguez, Carlos Rodriguez, Rue McIntyre, Cameron Bailey, and chase contender Noah Hart. Noah Hart will have to have a miracle if he's going to be able to make it into the top 4, because it is not looking good for him. Barney Taylor is already out because he wrecked earlier, but here we go. Green flag is back out, 5 to go here at Homestead. And Austin LaPlante is going to the bottom of Danny Wells to get the lead. So this battle for the win is going to be interesting because we do have some eliminated contenders as well as people who aren't in the chase that haven't won this season. But and the caution flag is back out. Who's in this? Oh, Austin Weiner, no! Carlos Rodriguez. Sonny Hammond was involved. Rue McIntyre. Oh man, that is a tough break for Austin Weiner. I don't know if he might barely pull out staying in the top 4, but oh man, the points is going to get interesting now. After the 5 is just wrecked. The 30 wrecked and the 17 as well as the 30 and the 8, but I don't know if we're going to be able to go green flag racing. If we do, by some miracle, it will be a 1-lap shootout, but let's take a look and see what happened to bring out the 3rd caution. Well, here's a look at it. This was 3 wide between Weiner, Oliver, and Hagen, and Weiner comes up into Oliver, and that's what got him spinning. Then he goes up and hits the outside wall pretty hard, and then he's going to get a hit from, I believe, Sonny Hammond and Carlos Rodriguez. Right there from Sonny Hammond, and then Rue McIntyre gets into Hammond and Rodriguez, and that's how they get involved. But that is a tough break for that 5 car who was running in 12th at the moment, hoping to just survive and stay in the top 4. But his chase chances are looking very dim, but he's going to have a miracle and hope that if we go green, those drivers ahead of him wreck and hope to stay in contention. But we will now take you to the restart. And we are not going to be able to go green flag racing. This race is over. Austin LaPlante is looking to get his 2nd win of the season. His first win came back earlier in the season at Bristol, but he's going to win here at Homestead unless these guys have to come down pit road to top off, which I don't think they have to, but in case they do, who knows what's going to happen. But as they stand now, Austin LaPlante will be the race winner. Updated list of drivers out of the race after that incident were Austin Weiner and Sonny Hammond, but Nick Smith is still on track, but that is a tough break for the 5 and the 15. And depending on where drivers up ahead, Noah Hard doesn't finish quite up ahead of the 5 cars, so this is going to be very, very, very close as to who's going to make it into the top 4 and who isn't. But it doesn't look like anybody's coming down pit road. So it looks like Austin LaPlante is going to win here at Homestead. And now they're coming off of Ford to go take the checkered flag here. And Joshua Michaels all of a sudden's out of line, but he's still going to finish. But Austin LaPlante has won the Ford 400 here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Started on the pole, and he's going to win as the pole setter. But what a race we had, despite a couple guys having tough breaks trying to stay in that top 4. But now we shall take a look at the official results. Austin LaPlante is going to win this race. Danny Wells, so close to getting that 2nd win of the season. He's going to come away with a 2nd place finish. Great run for him. Seth Cole gets one of the best finishes he's had all season of 3rd. 4th, Cody Lamas. So Cody Lamas is most likely going to advance to the finale at Zenjoltis as the points leader, and he's going to be in that quadruple fatal 4-way fight for the championship. And then 5th was Jessica Sheldon. Now she's going to be pretty close to making it in, depending on others, but David Rivera gets 6th, Joshua Michaels 7th, 8th Henrietta Fitzwater, 9th Cole Daly, who needed a good run, and then 10th is Kyle Matthews. Then the rest of the top 20 was Chris Oliver, Chris Washer, Ian Siegel, Fred Schaefer, Matt McIntyre, Ibrahim, Tommy Mooney, Cody Hagan, Nathan Hudson, and Dylan Young. Then Dylan Thero, Michael Norman, Eric Burden, Daniel Day, Henry Nova, Trent Dunham, Chris Michaels, Chris Dollarton, Jordan Culp, and Cameron Bailey. And then the rest of the cars who finished on the lead lap were Charlie Rodriguez, Noah Hart, Rue McIntyre, and Carlos Rodriguez. The next two cars finished the race a lap down, Ian Dutta and Zachary Fitzwater. Then Austin Weiner was out. Nick Smith finished the race. Then the rest of the cars were out in Sonny Hammond, Chris Nelson, Barney Taylor, and Charles Jackson. Now, I'm not going to be able to talk about the points, at least right now, but you'll see the points updated after this portion of the video is over, along with the results. But thank you guys for watching the Ford 400. We'll see you at the next race, which will be the non-points race, the Demolition Derby at Bristol, and then the final race of the season at Zen Joltis.